Today, we're counting down the 12 biggest reasons smart tourists are avoiding Las Vegas in 2025. From jaw-dropping price hikes and hidden fees to disappearing deals, robotic service, and a city facing economic and social fallout. Each entry reveals just how far Sin City has strayed from its legendary promise of affordable fun. Whether it's the cost of a simple meal or the odds stacked against you at the tables, these ranked factors show why visiting now feels more like a trap than a treat. Which warning signs matter most? And what's driven longtime fans to stay home? Let's break down the countdown, starting with number 12. Number 12. Las Vegas room rates have reached levels that shock even seasoned gamblers. The average weekend price for a strip hotel now hovers above $190, a staggering 26% jump from pre-pandemic days. On paper, demand is softening, occupancy rates are falling, and hotels are quietly discounting behind the scenes. But for most visitors, the advertised rates still feel punishing. You might spot a $200 a night deal, only to realize that what you get for that money feels thinner than ever before. Analysts call it the value gap. Prices soar, but the experience doesn't keep up. For many, Vegas has crossed the line from affordable escape to engineered sticker shock. The first blow lands before you even arrive. Your wallet takes a hit, and that's just the beginning. Number 11. The advertised room rate is just the opening bid. Hidden charges stack up fast. $40 to $55 per night in mandatory resort fees, slapped on after you book. Then comes parking. Self-park now runs $20 to $23 a day at most strip resorts, with valet costing even more. Suddenly, that $150 room balloons to $250 or higher before you've even unpacked. These fees aren't optional, and they're rarely clear until checkout. Online travel agencies show nearly 1 in 5 bookings abandon the moment these charges appear. It's a bait-and-switch perfected by the casino giants. Headline rates luring you in, fine print gutting your wallet. For visitors, the sense of being nickel-and-dimed starts here, and the sticker shock only grows from this point forward. Number 10. The price of eating and drinking in Las Vegas has turned every meal into a budget landmine. Forget the days of $20 buffets and cheap late-night snacks. Menu audits show prices on the Strip have jumped 20 to 30% in just a few years, with some viral receipts showing $9 sodas and $30 breakfast combos. That's not rare. It's the new normal. Buffets that once fed families for under $30 now demand $70, $80, even $100 per person. Even a quick coffee run inside a resort can empty your wallet faster than a slot machine. It's not just about splurging on steak or cocktails. Basic meals, snacks, and drinks bleed your budget dry, day after day. The result? Every visitor, high roller or not, feels nickel-and-dimed before even stepping onto the casino floor. And if you thought the dining bill was bad, the real house edge is waiting in the games themselves. Number 9. The casino floor in 2025 is a mathematical minefield. 000 roulette has swept across the Strip, adding a third green zero and inflating the house edge to 7.69%, nearly double the odds players faced a decade ago. The old 3 to 2 blackjack tables, once a staple for savvy gamblers, have all but vanished from the main floor. In their place, 6 to 5 blackjack rules dominate, quietly handing the house an extra 1.4% advantage on every hand. That might sound small, but over a weekend, it drains bankrolls at a relentless pace. Table minimums have climbed too. Weekend blackjack often starts at $50 or more, pricing out casual players and squeezing the rest. The illusion of a fair shot is gone. Vegas still markets the thrill of the gamble, but the math is rigged from the first bet. For anyone hoping to beat the odds, the new reality is simple. The house always wins, and now it wins faster than ever. Number 8. Entertainment on the Strip has become a luxury reserved for the few, not the fun add-on it once was. The Sphere, Vegas's newest icon, now charges an average of $225 for a standard ticket to its headliner residencies. That's not a VIP package or a backstage pass, just the cost to get in the door. Across the city, seats for major acts routinely top $200, with premium options soaring to $300 and beyond. Gone are the days of wandering into a quirky variety show or comedy club for $20 or $30. Those mid-tier venues, the heart of spontaneous Vegas fun, have shuttered, replaced by mega productions with mega prices. The roster of affordable entertainment has been gutted, leaving visitors with a stark choice: shell out for the headliners or settle for little more than casino background noise. For families and casual travelers, what used to be a night of laughter or discovery now means breaking the budget. The city that built its reputation on accessible thrills has redrawn the line, and most tourists find themselves on the wrong side of it. Number 7. The Vegas Buffet, the symbol of cheap abundance, has all but vanished. 5 major strip buffets shuttered between 2022 and 2025, leaving behind empty dining halls and faded neon signs. What's replaced them? Corporate food halls with standardized menus, where a burger and fries can run you $25, and the sense of discovery is gone. The quirky, late-night cafes and all-you-can-eat deals that once fed families for a fraction of the price have been swallowed by profit-driven renovations. Even the last holdouts, like the Mirage Buffet, closed their doors for good in 2024, erasing a piece of Vegas history. The city that once promised a meal for every budget now offers a lineup of celebrity chef outposts and fast casual clones. None of them cheap, none of them surprising. For tourists hunting for value, that middle ground has disappeared. With every closure, the affordable escape that made Vegas legendary slips further out of reach, replaced by a pay-to-play reality at every turn. Number 6. The Bellagio's once iconic concierge desk has vanished, a casualty of corporate cost-cutting that's sweeping the Strip. In March 2025, MGM Resorts quietly pulled the plug on full-service concierge desks at its flagship properties, including Bellagio and Aria. Where guests once found a dedicated team ready to book shows, arrange dinner, or solve problems face-to-face, they're now met with a flower display or a generic sign pushing them to use the hotel app. Union memos confirm these closures are permanent, not a pandemic holdover or a temporary remodel. The rationale is blunt: labor savings in an era of shrinking margins. Valet service hasn't escaped the knife either. At Bellagio, valet hours now shut down at midnight on weekdays, and curbside staff have been slashed or merged into vague guest services roles. Instead of a warm welcome or a helping hand with luggage, guests are redirected to self-service carts or digital kiosks. For travelers paying luxury prices, the loss feels personal. The magic of high-touch service, gone, traded for efficiency. And this is just the beginning. What comes next is even less human. Number 5. The promise of a personal Vegas touch has been quietly erased by a wave of automation. Step up to the bar at Tipsy Robot, and you're greeted not by a bartender, but by a pair of robotic arms, programmed to mix 120 drinks an hour with clinical precision. The show is pure spectacle. Metal limbs shaking and stirring, no banter, no judgment. Just a transaction. MGM's latest experiment? Autonomous delivery bots gliding through hallways, dropping off towels or snacks with a digital chirp instead of a knock. At check-in, the front desk has been replaced by self-service kiosks, where a glowing touchscreen offers instructions, but no conversation. For guests, the change is jarring. The small moments that once defined Vegas hospitality, remembered faces, a joke from the bartender, a concierge who could fix a ruined dinner reservation, are vanishing, replaced by cold efficiency. Unions warn that this isn't modernization. It's the end of the service culture that made Vegas famous. The result is a city that feels less like a playground and more like an airport terminal, where every interaction is engineered, standardized, and stripped of humanity. For many, that sterile experience is the final straw. Number 4. The Strip's hotel occupancy has fallen off a cliff. In June 2025, preliminary STR data shows occupancy plunging 14.9% year-over-year, the sharpest monthly drop Vegas has seen in recent memory. On paper, this should trigger a fire sale, but the reality is stranger. Operators, desperate to protect their revenue per available room, respond not by slashing prices across the board, but by playing a high-stakes game of chicken. They hike average daily rates, hoping to squeeze more from the shrinking pool of visitors, then quietly resort to deep, last-minute discounting when rooms go unsold. The result? A revenue paradox where RevPAR drops 13.8% in the same month, even as sticker prices remain stubbornly high. Instead of drawing crowds, these prices repel them. The city's old formula, pack them in, make it up in volume, has broken down. Now, every empty room is both a lost customer and a fresh reason for the next desperate price hike. The cycle feeds on itself, driving away the very guests Vegas once courted. How does that make sense? The answer lies in the next spiral. As demand softens, the squeeze only gets tighter. Number 3. The crowd itself is vanishing. Through May 2025, Las Vegas visitor volume is down 6.5% compared to the same stretch last year, a loss of nearly 1.5 million tourists in just 5 months. The Strip, once a magnet for 40 million guests a year, now feels emptier, with gaming revenue slipping 1 to 2%, even as casinos try every trick to squeeze more from each remaining visitor. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority's own numbers confirm the trend. Fewer flights, fewer hotel nights, fewer hands dealt at the tables. International travel, once a safety net, is drying up as well. The casinos respond by raising prices on what's left. But the effect is a feedback loop. Higher costs drive away more guests, which means even less demand for the next month. For the first time in decades, the city built on volume is shrinking before our eyes. Smart travelers see the empty seats and the desperate promotions and decide to spend their money elsewhere. The Strip's golden rule, pack them in, make it up in volume, has been broken. And with fewer visitors, the next domino to fall is the workforce itself. Number 2. The fallout from Vegas's shrinking visitor pool lands hardest on the people who built the city's reputation. In June 2025, the Las Vegas area unemployment rate hit 5.8%, its highest point in years. That's not just a blip, it's the result of a wave of layoffs sweeping through casinos, restaurants, and service jobs up and down the Strip. MGM and Caesars alone have cut roughly 1,800 roles since January, with company memos pointing to everything from automation to soft demand as the reason. Dealer schools, once a pipeline to stable careers, report enrollment down 30%, signaling a long-term contraction in one of the city's signature professions. For workers, the story is painfully simple. Fewer guests mean fewer shifts, more pink slips, and paychecks that no longer stretch to cover rent. The jobs that survive are often reclassified, merged, or stripped of benefits, leaving longtime employees in limbo. The economic pain ripples outward. When the Strip slows down, neighborhood businesses lose customers, schools lose funding, and families face impossible choices. Vegas's boom years promised opportunity for anyone willing to hustle. In 2025, that promise is broken, replaced by a sense of fragility that haunts every paycheck. The next chapter in this spiral isn't just about lost jobs. It's about what happens to a city when its people are left behind. And finally, in first place, the fantasy is broken on the sidewalks of Las Vegas. In 2025, the Strip's most viral images aren't neon lights or jackpot winners, but sprawling homeless encampments just steps from luxury resorts. One TikTok clip, filmed outside the Lengque, racked up over 4 million views in a week. It's not a one-off. More than 6,500 people are homeless in Las Vegas. Many of them former casino or service workers priced out by rent and cut off by layoffs. The contrast is jarring. Towering hotels promising indulgence, while tents and makeshift shelters line the pedestrian bridges below. Visitors report feeling uneasy, describing a city where the sense of safety and escape has been replaced by caution and discomfort. Petty crime and street-level hustles have become part of the tourist narrative, amplified by social media and travel forums. Every viral post, whether it's a $9 soda or a video of a scuffle on the Strip, feeds a cycle of reputational damage. The old Vegas illusion, a playground immune to the world's problems, has collapsed in plain sight. For many, the decision to stay away is no longer about price or value. It's about the loss of magic, the sense that the city's best days are behind it. When the dream turns into a cautionary tale, even the biggest marketing budget can't buy back trust. From surging hotel rates and hidden resort fees to the disappearance of affordable buffets and the rise of robotic bartenders, our countdown has revealed why smart tourists are steering clear of Vegas in 2025. Across all 12 entries, a clear pattern emerges. Costs keep climbing, while the experience keeps shrinking. The most shocking entries, like 6,500 homeless near the Strip and viral clips of empty casinos, underscore a city in decline, not just for tourists, but for locals too. Each item qualified for this list by showing how visitors now pay premium prices for lower service, worse odds, and fewer choices, while the city's reputation unravels. The numbers: 26% higher room rates, 49% food inflation, and 1,800 lost hospitality jobs paint a stark picture. Ultimately, the 2025 Vegas experience is defined by a relentless squeeze on wallets, on workers, and on the city's own brand. The era of easy, accessible Vegas is over, replaced by a costly, impersonal, and increasingly empty spectacle.